Good morning, this is Robin Bieber on Chart Talk on May the 7th at 7 o'clock in the morning London time. The chart in front of us is RBOB first line continuation. The pullback from yesterday's frisky early start was not altogether unexpected, although to be fair, I hadn't expected quite the size of the correction lower. The thing to bear in mind about yesterday was that firstly, all contracts bar heat didn't even have their 5-day moving averages tested. They remain extremely good support below the market. In heat's case, it's closed below the 5 but held the 8-day, and more of that in a minute. The other thing to bear in mind is that the 2016 lows, which I highlight in red in the technical report, are critical resistances above the market. And most of them were tested yesterday and the market exceeded them and then fell back below them. They are very, very important levels to watch, hence the highlight in red in the technical report. Because if they were the targets as they were on the way lower last month, they are now critical resistances, which if moved over will give us more strength to the upside, or more importantly, the odds are on more strength to the upside if these 2016 lows are taken out. And just for the record, these lows are on WTI 2605, key resistance, heat 84.87, RBOB 89.75, and gas oil 245 and a quarter. Just bear those in mind. They are really important pivots if the market rallies, and there's a reasonable chance that they will be put under pressure today. Brent, incidentally, is already over its level at 27.10 rather. Also note that the structure, the front spreads and the back spreads on the crudes have hardly suffered at all in this dip back, and they are often early warning signals. So there's a lot to watch today. But first of all, let's have a look at RBOB. This level, 88.63, critical. If it moves it back over here, it will probably take the rest higher with it to test these 2016 lows and pivotal resistance. And were RBOB to hold 88.64 area and then move up, it would likely move up to its 2016 low at 89.75, and if over there, then we've got some upside coming, and in RBOB's case up to 93.51. It's absolutely critical to watch RBOB today at its 55-day continuation 55-day at 88.64 level. Now, moving on to WTI. Note, didn't test the 5-day yesterday. The 5-day comes in today around about 22.58. So long as that holds, there's nothing wrong with this upside momentum. It's just pausing for breath. It needs to get over, firstly, 25.17. Now, just have a look at this. This is also an important level. 25.17 is the last correction point before we move higher on the first line continuation WTI of the move 65.65 down to minus 40.32. Critical level here. Look how it's failed on the last two attempts to break through, and it was an important level yesterday, breached but not closed over, and actually shied away from. If we can get over 25.17, then the odds are we head to the 2016 low at 26.05, and only a move and close over 26.05 would green light the next leg higher in this move up. Brent is above its 2016 low at 27.10, so quite some way away. It needs to negotiate the bull-bear pivot at 30.45, and if it does that, then it should run on up to around 32.06, 27 area. We've left yesterday's lows, and the 5-day moving average is good support lower around 28.85, and so long as that holds, there's nothing wrong with this move higher. It must hold. The 5-day moving average on all contracts must hold. Heat is a casualty. Performed badly yesterday, but at the moment it's going to be a question of managing the 5-day and 8-day moving averages. The 5-day comes in as resistance at 82.97. If it can break over there, then it's likely to head for the 2016 low at 84.87, and only a move over there would have it back testing this 86.32 level. Meanwhile, it must not close below the 8-day moving average around 80.82 area. Below the 8-day, and would be bad news, suggest lower numbers on heat, and it may affect the rest too. Gas oil above its 5-day around 226.50, in reasonable shape whilst it's in that condition. It's got the massive 2016 low at 245 and a quarter. There's no real upside unless it can get over there, and that will be resistance today, a pivotal resistance to watch on any recovery. Now, if we just have a quick look at the red deck on WTI, yes, it fell away and apart from the 55-day moving average at minus 334, which was its target. It's still some way above the 5-day amount, around minus 435. So long as that holds, there's nothing wrong with this spread, but it does need a close over minus 334 to give it the next leg higher. Brent is not very different. It shied away from its 55-day without hitting it. It's still above its 5-day at minus 454, so showing some upside potential. Now, the early tea leaves for this morning on the hourly charts, and that's the right-hand chart here, are suggesting some downside here. So the next couple of hours, we could lose a little bit of value, which would probably have RBOB below its key 88.64 level and sniffing out potentially slightly lower numbers initially this morning. And if we look at the RBOB 60-minute chart, on June, it's also looking a little toppy, so don't be surprised by some early weakness this morning, but it's really what happens this afternoon that matters. The 5-day moving averages must hold, or this correction higher, or this move higher rather, has failed and lower numbers are likely. 5 days are the key supports. The initial level to watch is RBOB at around 88.64, the 55-day moving average. Below there, and we go into support testing mode for a few hours. Above there, and we are looking to run higher and put those 2016 lows under pressure. That's all for today, folks. Good luck, good trading, and bon appetit.